the howl of the wolf, the sly fox, the wily coyote, man's best friend. The dogs, our family Canidae, is not only a big part of nature, but also a huge influence on human culture, from the first domesticated dogs, which gave early humans an advantage in hunting and defense, to the most popular pets on the planet. Dogs are highly social pack animals, so they bond to humans better than any other domesticated animal. Today, the family Canidae has 37 species and about 13 genera, but there are dozens of extinct canid species going back to 37 million years ago. The Canidae are part of the Caniformia branch of carnivores, along with bears, seals, sea lions, and raccoons. They fall into three distinct subfamilies: the early primitive canids, known as Hespercyonidae, the bone-crushing dogs, or Borophagidae, and the branch that leads to living dogs, or the Caninae. Like all members of the order Carnivora, canids have a special pair of robust shearing teeth near the back of the mouth known as carnassials, made of the fourth upper premolar and the first lower molar. Carnassials are the main crushing and breaking teeth in carnivorans, which are strong enough to cut and break tough sinews and meat, and some species even crack bones. If you ever watch a dog chew a bone, you will see that it moves the bone to the side of its mouth, where it can bring these powerful carnassials to bear. In both the upper P4 carnassial and the lower M1 carnassial, there are V-shaped notches between the sharp crests of the teeth. When these upper and lower crests shear together during the bite, they form a diamond-shaped notch called an acus, which is capable of cutting even the toughest muscles and cartilage, and even tendons. The ancestors of the family Canidae can be traced back to about 50 million years ago, with a number of primitive carnivorans that are close relatives known as miacids. The first known dog is Prohespercyon, from about 47 million years ago in Texas, a transitional fossil that features the miacids, but in other ways is a very primitive dog. It was followed by Hespercyon from about 42 million years ago until about 31 million years ago. Hespercyon was the size of a weasel or a small fox, but had long, delicate limbs and a very long tail, with a small, unspecialized head, so it was built differently from any living canid today. It had cat-like retractable claws, a feature that dogs later lost, so Hespercyon was probably a good tree climber. Other Hespercyonines include Mesocyon, Enhydrocyon, Ectopocyon, Osbornodon, and the coyote-sized Cynodesmus. The second branch of the family Canidae was the bone-crushing Borophagian dogs. They started out small with Archaeocyon, but about 20 million years ago they diversified, while the Hespercyonines were vanishing. Primitive Borophagians include the fox-sized Tomarctus and the wolf-sized hypercarnivorous Ailurodon. But about 15 million years ago, the most specialized Borophagians evolved, including the huge Epicyon, the largest dog that ever lived, twice the size of any living dog. Other later Borophagians included Osteoborus and Borophagus, the last of which vanished only 2 million years ago. All these dogs had enlarged, robust carnassial teeth, just like hyenas do, presumably for crushing bones and killing big prey. Their skulls are robust, with a high domed forehead and short snout, for bringing more force to bear on a smaller surface area in order to break bones. As they got larger in size, not only their teeth, but especially their jaws, got more robust and developed large, powerful carnassials. They were stout-legged ambush predators, and probably preyed on a wide variety of hoofed mammals of the time, such as horses and camels and many other extinct groups. The reason they declined is not known, but it started when cats, who are also ambush predators, arrived in North America, possibly outcompeting them for this niche. The third branch of the family Canidae is the family Caninae, which can be traced back to the small canid Leptocyon, which first appeared about 34 million years ago when Hespercyonines were in their heyday. But the Caninae really came to dominate around 6 million years ago as the last Borophagians were dying out. The Caninae include all the living species of dogs, wolves, foxes, and other wild species. Unlike Borophagians, Canines have lost one of their side toes and are built for long-distance running, so they hunt in packs to run down prey to exhaustion, and therefore not competing with the ambush predators like the Borophagians and cats. Perhaps the best known of the Caninae is the legendary dire wolf. It was formerly known as Canis dirus, but now it's in its own genus Oenocyon dirus. Dire wolves are by far the most common species at the famous La Brea tar pits, where there are hundreds of skulls and thousands of individual bones. This is probably because La Brea is a predator death trap. One stuck prey animal will draw many predators and scavengers, such as wolves. Dire wolves roamed over all of North America during the Ice Ages, and are found in many localities. One branch of the canine is the radiation of dogs that occurred when the ancestral member of the canine crossed the Panama Land Bridge around 3.5 million years ago and invaded South America, where they gave rise to radiation uniquely South American canines, including the maned wolf, the bush dog, and a variety of different foxes unique to South America. Today, the Canidae break down into several distinct groupings based on molecular evidence. The gray fox is its own subgroup, separate from the rest of the vulpine foxes. The South American canids form their own distinct group, and the remaining wolves, coyotes, dholes, jackals, dingoes, and other African wild dogs are all closely related to each other. The family Canidae is a remarkable group, although a number of them are now endangered or nearly extinct in the wild. Most wild canids carry on their lives doing nothing more to humans than stealing a few chickens, but humans try to hunt out all the wolves in the U.S., leading to ecological disaster, and still ruthlessly hunt coyotes and foxes when they can. The modern members of the family Canidae are the product of 47 million years of remarkable evolutionary history, and should be allowed to live in peace and not be hunted out or driven to extinction.